Welcome back, everyone. Today we're doing a deep dive to help you navigate the sometimes overwhelming world of digital agencies in Australia.
Lots to think about there.
You're looking to hire one, and you sent over this blog post from Now Technology Systems outlining key factors to consider.
Right.
The interesting thing is Now Technology Systems is also a digital agency.
It's a bit like getting restaurant recommendations from a chef who also owns a restaurant, you know?
Yeah.
Useful, but maybe a little biased.
Exactly. So we'll be breaking down their advice, looking out for any potential, any little biases that they might have.
Sure.
But at the same time, making sure this is practical and useful for you in your specific search.
Absolutely.
The blog starts by saying something that seems super obvious.
Yeah.
But it's often overlooked. You have to understand your own needs before you even start looking at agencies.
Mm-hmm.
Are you after a website revamp? Want to climb that SEO ladder? Need some social media magic?
Yeah. This is where I see so many businesses go wrong. They jump straight in without a clear vision of what they want to achieve.
Yeah.
It's like setting sail without a destination. You might enjoy the trip, but you're probably going to end up lost at sea.
Definitely lost at sea.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you've done some soul searching and you know exactly what you're hoping to achieve.
Okay.
What's next?
The blog wisely suggests taking a look at your budget and the scope of your project.
Yeah.
Crucial, because agencies come in all shapes and sizes with different pricing structures and different areas of expertise. You wouldn't hire a boutique design firm to build a complex e-commerce platform.
Yeah, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Totally.
So how do you go about finding an agency that's a good fit in terms of both budget and expertise?
Time to put on your detective hat and do some serious research.
Hmm.
The blog emphasizes checking out agencies' experience, which is where their own convenient claim of Aussie market expertise comes in.
Of course it does. They wouldn't miss that opportunity. But seriously, looking at portfolios is essential. Do their past projects align with your vision, with your style?
Absolutely. And look at the types of businesses they've worked with. If you're a tech startup, an agency specializing in real estate might not be the best fit.
No. What about client testimonials? Are those worth paying attention to, or is it just marketing fluff?
They can be valuable, but you've got to read between the lines. Look for specifics. Did the agency help them achieve measurable results? Did they overcome a particular challenge? Substance over style.
Got it. Substance over style.
Yeah.
Now, the blog makes a big deal about understanding the Australian market. What makes the Australian digital landscape so unique?
Well, Australia has its own consumer behavior patterns and a very competitive online market.
Right.
Australians are early adopters of technology and have a strong preference for mobile-first experiences. This means your website and your digital strategy need to be top-notch if you want to stand out and capture their attention.
So hiring an agency with local experience isn't just a nice-to-have, it's essential.
Precisely. An agency that truly understands the Australian market knows how to tailor your digital strategy to really resonate with your target audience.
Okay, we've covered goals, budget, experience, and the importance of that Aussie know-how.
Right.
The blog then throws in a term that always makes me a little bit wary. Cultural fit.
Oh, yeah.
Is this just corporate buzzword bingo, or is it something to genuinely consider?
Oh, cultural fit is very real, and it can make or break your relationship with an agency. You don't want to be working with a team who don't understand your communication style or who don't share your values.
Yeah.
It's like trying to collaborate on a painting when one of you prefers watercolors and the other one's a die-hard oil paint enthusiast.
Yeah.
You're just going to end up with a muddy mess.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the blog talks about clear communication, transparency, and a proactive approach to problem solving. I'm guessing you've seen firsthand what happens when those elements are missing.
More times than I care to remember. I had a client who hired this agency. They were all smoke and mirrors. Talked a big game, but totally failed to deliver on their promises. They were also incredibly secretive about their process, which created a lot of distrust and anxiety.
It's a nightmare scenario.
Totally.
So how do you spot an agency that's genuinely committed to open communication and transparency?
Look for agencies that are willing to explain their processes in plain English. Not technical jargon.
Yeah.
They should be comfortable answering your questions honestly, addressing your concerns openly. You want to feel like you're in the loop every step of the way.
Makes sense. Speaking of things that can be a bit scary, let's talk contracts. The blog, surprisingly, doesn't shy away from this often dreaded topic.
And for good reason. The contract is where the rubber meets the road.
It's where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah. It's easy to kind of glaze over the legal stuff,
No.
but a well-crafted contract protects both you and the agency.
Absolutely. What are some key things to look for?
Well, first and foremost, the contract should clearly outline the scope of work.
Right.
This means detailing exactly what the agency will deliver, by when, and for how much.
Okay.
A vague scope of work is a breeding ground for misunderstandings and budget blowouts.
Yeah, you mentioned budget blowouts. That brings to mind that dreaded term scope creep.
Oh, yeah?
What is that exactly, and how can the contract help prevent it?
Scope creep happens when the project's requirements start expanding beyond the original agreement,
Right.
often without adjusting the timeline or the budget.
Okay.
Like imagine you hire an agency to build a simple website, but then you start adding features,
Yeah.
like an online store, a blog, a membership portal. Pretty soon the project's ballooned into something much bigger and more expensive than initially planned.
So how does the contract prevent that from happening?
A well-written contract will have a clear process for managing changes to the scope of work.
Right.
It'll specify how these changes will be documented, approved, and priced. This helps to prevent any nasty surprises down the line.
Okay, that makes sense. The blog also mentions the importance of flexible terms, especially in the ever-changing digital world. Why is flexibility so crucial?
Well, imagine you sign this really rigid contract with an agency, that locks you into specific tactics for the next year. 6 months in, a new social media platform emerges.
Right.
Or Google rolls out a massive algorithm update. Suddenly your strategy is outdated.
So a contract that has that allows for some flexibility can help you adapt to these constant changes in the digital landscape.
Exactly. It's about finding an agency that isn't just following a rigid playbook, but is willing to adjust their approach based on the latest trends and your evolving needs.
Speaking of evolving needs, the blog emphasizes finding a long-term partner, not just a one-off service provider. Is that realistic in today's fast-paced business world?
It definitely is. It's about finding an agency that's invested in your long-term success, not just churning out projects and then moving on.
Right. So how do you spot an agency that has that long-term mindset?
We'll look for signs of a partnership approach. Do they offer ongoing support and maintenance? Do they proactively suggest new ideas and strategies?
Okay.
Even if it means going beyond that initial scope of the project.
It's about having an agency that's constantly thinking about how to improve your digital presence and help you achieve your goals.
Precisely. A long-term partner will be there to celebrate your wins and help you navigate those inevitable challenges.
Absolutely. Speaking of wins, the blog stresses the importance of measuring success, and rightly so. It's not enough to just have a nice-looking website or a bunch of social media followers.
Right.
You need to see tangible results.
A good agency will work with you to establish clear metrics for success right from the get-go. These will be aligned with your specific goals, things like website traffic, lead generation, conversion rates, or brand awareness.
So it's not just about feeling good, it's about actually seeing tangible results that impact your bottom line.
Absolutely. And a reputable agency will be transparent about how they're tracking and reporting on those metrics. They should be able to clearly show how their efforts are actually contributing to your business growth.
The blog we're looking at today is from Now Technology Systems, who, as we've mentioned, are actually in the business of digital marketing themselves. So while their advice is good, solid advice, it's important to keep that in mind as we go through it.
It's always a good idea to, shop around, compare different agencies.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to ask those tough questions, request proposals. You could even interview a few different agencies before making a decision.
And sometimes trusting your gut is important as well.
Absolutely.
If something just feels a little bit off or you're not quite comfortable with an agency's approach, don't be afraid to walk away. Now, with all this talk about finding the right agency, let's dive into the specifics of the services they offer.
Okay.
After all, understanding the landscape of what's available is key to making a good decision.
Excellent point. Let's start with one of the most fundamental services, website development.
Okay.
In today's digital age, a well-designed website, it's your online storefront. It's your virtual business card. It's the hub of all your digital activities.
But it's not just about having a website, right? It needs to be effective.
Absolutely. An effective website is user-friendly, it's visually appealing, it's optimized for search engines, and it's responsive across all devices. It should provide that really seamless and engaging experience for your visitors, whether they're on a desktop, a tablet, or a smartphone.
So finding an agency with top-notch web development skills is absolutely essential. But what about all the other magic that happens behind the scenes to get people to that website in the first place?
That's where the world of digital marketing comes in. Beyond web development, agencies offer a whole range of services like SEO, content marketing, social media marketing, PPC advertising, email marketing, and more.
Okay, let's break it down. First up, SEO. What exactly does an SEO agency do?
Think of SEO as the art of making your website visible to those millions of people searching for products and services like yours.
Okay.
It's about optimizing your website and its content so it ranks higher in search engine results pages, like Google.
So if I have an amazing bakery in Sydney, but my website is buried on page 10 of the search results, SEO can help bring it to the top where hungry customers can actually find me.
Exactly. SEO involves various techniques, including keyword research, content optimization, link building, and technical SEO, all aimed at improving your website's visibility and driving organic traffic.
Okay. And once people have landed on your website, you need to keep them engaged and coming back for more. That's where content marketing comes in.
Yeah, content is king in the digital world. Content marketing involves creating and sharing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience.
So we're talking blog posts, articles, videos, infographics, social media updates, anything that provides value to your target audience and positions your brand as an authority?
Exactly. A well-executed content marketing strategy can build trust with your audience, generate leads, and boost sales. It's about providing valuable information that helps your audience solve their problems and achieve their goals.
But creating great content is only half the battle. You also need to get it in front of the right people. And that's where social media comes in.
Social media has become an absolute must-have for businesses. It's how they connect with their audience, build brand awareness, and drive traffic.
Right.
A good social media agency will help you create a strategy that's tailored to each platform.
There are just so many platforms out there. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. How do you even know where to focus your efforts?
Well, a social media expert will analyze your target audience and figure out which platforms they're most active on.
Okay.
They'll help you create engaging content that resonates with that audience
Okay.
and develop a strategy for building a loyal following.
So we've covered web development, SEO, content marketing, and social media marketing. Are there any other key digital marketing services that we should be aware of?
There are a few others that can be valuable depending on your goals and your target audience.
Let's dive in. Tell me more.
Okay, so pay-per-click, PPC advertising.
Okay.
PPC lets you place targeted ads on search engines and social media. It's a good way to drive immediate traffic to your website
Right.
and reach a really specific audience.
So if I'm launching a new product and want to, generate some buzz quickly, PPC could be a good option.
Exactly. It's powerful for reaching a targeted audience and getting quick results. But it requires careful planning and management to make sure you're actually getting a return on your investment.
Okay, I can see how having an expert managing that would be beneficial. What about email marketing? Is that still relevant in today's world of social media and instant messaging?
Email marketing is far from dead.
Okay.
It's still one of the most effective ways to build those relationships with your audience, promote your products, and drive sales.
So it's not just about sending out those, sometimes annoying promotional emails. It's about building a real connection with your audience, providing them with content that they want to receive.
Exactly. A good email marketing strategy will segment your audience, personalize your messages, and provide that valuable content
Right.
that keeps your subscribers engaged. It's a really powerful tool for building loyalty and driving conversions.
What about those sometimes annoying ads that seem to follow you around the internet?
You're talking about retargeting.
Yeah.
A highly effective form of online advertising.
Okay.
It allows you to show targeted ads
Yeah.
to people who have already visited your website or interacted with your brand online.
So if someone, say, browses my online store but doesn't buy anything, retargeting can help bring them back and nudge them towards converting.
Exactly. It's a great way to recapture those lost leads and boost conversions. It's also good for just staying top of mind and keeping your brand front and center.
Wow, this is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
It's clear that choosing the right digital agency is about so much more than just finding someone to build you a website.
Right.
It's about finding a partner who understands that full spectrum of digital marketing, who can create a comprehensive strategy that's aligned with your specific goals.
It's about finding an agency that speaks your language, that shares your vision, and is as passionate about your success as you are.
It really is about finding the right partner. And speaking of partnerships, we've talked a lot about the importance of finding an agency that understands the Australian market. Why is that local knowledge so crucial?
It's more than just speaking the language. Australia has a unique digital landscape,
Yeah.
specific consumer behaviors, competitive pressures, regulations that can really impact your strategy. An agency that gets those nuances can help you navigate the complexities and maximize your success.
So it's not enough to just tick the box that says Australian agency. You really need to make sure they've got a proven track record
Right.
of working with businesses like yours in the Australian market.
Exactly. Look for case studies, client testimonials.
Yeah?
You could even ask for references from businesses in your industry.
Okay.
You want proof that they understand the market and can deliver results.
Now let's circle back to that blog post we've been talking about. It's written by Now Technology Systems, an agency that, as we've discussed, is, well, they're in the business of digital marketing themselves. So their advice is valuable, but it's important to remember that.
It's kind of like taking financial advice from a bank.
Yeah.
The advice might be good, but they're also trying to sell you their products.
So while it offers some great insights, it's important to do your own research, compare different agencies, and ultimately make a decision that's right for you.
Choosing a digital agency is a big decision. You're finding a partner who gets your business, who shares your vision, who's committed to your goals.
Absolutely. And it's not just about, building a website or running some social media ads. It's about finding that team of experts that will truly become an extension of your own.
Yeah.
A team that'll work alongside you to navigate this crazy world of digital marketing.
And remember, you're the captain of your ship.
You are.
You get the final say in who you partner with. Don't be afraid to ask those tough questions. Trust your gut and choose an agency that feels like the right fit.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. And until next time, stay curious.